Good morning, everyone. Welcome to another video. This time, it is a medieval haul from ARM and TORM. Now, if you're in England, you'll know hopefully about ARM, Artisans and Reenactors Market, and TORM, the original Reenactors Market. They both happen just outside of Leamington Spa, and they happen twice a year. And all these traders come to them. There are lots of different traders, and they're all doing Viking, Saxon, Roman, medieval, Renaissance, and usually Regency and steampunk as well. And there are lots of different ones. And we went and we had a specific reason to go because we're sort of getting back into reenactment with a group called the Free Company. And we are making some gear, so we had to get some stuff. So let me go through the haul. First off, I got some stuff for the hubby. This is by Tobias Capwell, and he was there selling his books. He actually signed it, I think. Where did he sign it? There it is. To Chris, all the best. So this is Armour of the English Knight, 1435 to 1500, and that's about the time period we're doing, 1470s, 1480s. So that's what we're doing. So we got that book from him. Then we got this thimble. Now this is for G again, so it's quite a large one. You can see it's a bit too big for me, but this is a little thimble. So instead of the ones with the top on them, they just sort of sit down like a ring, and you can use your needle to push into that. So that's that one. And then from this company, now I can't remember who these were. I thought I got a card, but I can't remember now where they were. But I got a little pack of things, including another thimble. This one's made of bone, again for G. And then I got some long, medium, long eye bronze needles. Oh, there we go. Crossman Crafts. That's who I got these from. So I got these lovely bronze needles to do some sewing with. I got a little hussif, a little housewife. So a little leather pack with wool inside. And that's again from Crossman Crafts. And then I also, and that's quite sweet, it's been all hand done with a little punch hole, a little punch decoration. And this is to put all my needles in and pins. And putting wool, if you put your needle in wool, it keeps them polished and sharp, which is really cool. I didn't know that, but there we go. That's what I found out. And then a pair of hat pins with an amethyst top. And that's for my Vasthaube, which is a type of hat. A nice sharp point on the end. So I got all of those from Crossman Crafts. This thimble I didn't get from Crossman Crafts. I got this from Historic Enterprises because it was the biggest one available. Now we move on to a few other things. So I got this set of historic cards. These are medieval French playing cards. And they've been printed to look like the originals, which I think is really cute. So we've got some cards there on nice cardstock. There's the cardstock there. Plain back, printed front. So that's that. That's so we have something to do historically accurate while in encampment. Next we have the Quatermasterie and Chatelaine. So they usually sell silk, and I've bought silk from before, but they also sell these amazing stockings, or long socks, hosen, whatever you want to call them. But first off, I got this beautiful bone spoon. Now, anyone knows, come on, focus. It's not going to focus. There we go. Yay. Long, fine, small spoon. Because I have sensory issues, then I need a small spoon. and I can't stand wood in my mouth. Blah, 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 blah. So I've got this beautiful horn spoon now, and that was £8, I think, or £5.50. It wasn't expensive, and it's really pretty, I think. Then we have 2 pairs of stockings, or hosen, or hose. They're sewn together just to keep them as pairs. These are a pair of green wool. They're like a really dark greeny bluey colour, but they're more green. And then I got a pair of red cotton ones, and the red cotton ones I actually got just for myself to wear because they're really light. You can sort of almost see through them. They're so light and soft. So red cotton ones, but the green ones are for my reenactment event costume. And then I got myself a drinking vessel, which I think is pretty cute. It had nice handles and it felt nice to the touch. So it's a dark chocolate brown. I would have liked black, but black is a later time period. So I'm trying to stick to everything being period accurate. And then I got this one for G, big German tankard. It just needs that sticky stuff to come off. It just comes off. That's an old sticky tape sticker. So they're both drinking vessels, and they'll be really useful for our reenactment event. G really liked that one because it was nice and large and tall. So that I got all that from Quatermasterie. G's making a sword scabbard, and so he got a beautiful piece of leather, 2mm thick, from a half hide, I think it's a half hide from Leon Leathers. Yeah, that's all for that one. I don't know much about it except that it's veg tanned as far as I know, and it is uncoloured, undyed, so G will have to colour it. Then what else? Oh, from Lionheart Replicas, we got these 2 little badges. So we got we got this one, which is the Order of the Dragon. That one's for G, and there's the information on it. Pause if you want to have a read. Oh my God, fumbling fingers. And then I got myself a cat with a mouse in its mouth, and it looks like a sausage with legs. I think it's hilarious. And again, here's the information on it. Pause if you want to look or read it. Visus mu. Here is the mouse. So we got them from, as I said, Lionheart Replicas. Then from here, redharehistory, I got 2 skeins of Shetland wool dyed with weld, the same dye lot, 4-ply, and it's 86 meters, and here it is. So that's the thickness of it. Lovely 4-ply. And I'm going to make lucets of that, which is going to be a lace to lace up the new dress that I'm going to make. And I got it in this pale yellow because I got this to make the dress out of. So I think that's going to look really pretty. So the dress I'm doing, it's a copy of an early German period. So I think it's 1480s. I am making it out of linen because I want to wear it to summer events. And as far as I'm aware, you could have linen in Europe. So I don't know. I have heard people say you can't have linen as a dress, but I'm having linen as a dress. And it's this beautiful mustardy buttery yellow. So it's a weld. I got 6 meters of it. And I got that from Herts Fabric. No, Bernie the Bolt. I got that from Bernie the Bolt. But from Herts Fabrics, G wanted to make a tunic, half green, a tabard, half green, half cream. And this is the cream. He already had the green. It's an undyed wool. I think it's still bleached, but it's undyed. So it's a natural wool. Quite nice. It's a bit rough for my liking, but it's very nice. And what he's going to do, he's also making a gambeson, and this is what it's going to look like. This is a sample test piece with wool in cotton wadding in there, and then canvas, linen canvas, and then it's stitched with a linen thread. So we also got this beautiful linen thread, really strong, and we got that and the white from Herts Fabric. Then, sticking with fabric, we got the most, oh my God, I really want to make my yellow dress out of wool. But this is the dream. This is a plain twill mustard in mustard colour. It's 32 a metre, but it's UK made. It is so soft. It's buttery soft, and it flows like a dream. And this is from the Cloth Hall, so fine quality wool. So I do have to get that. I have to save up, and I have to get that, because I really want to make this dress out of this and then line it in that. But in the meantime, I will make it out of that, I think. I went to Tillerman beads, which are the best renowned Viking beads. And what I do every time I go to a TORM, because they're at TORM, every time I go to TORM, I buy myself 1 or 2 beads from Tillerman beads, because I'm slowly making my necklace for my Viking Age outfit, and I like the idea of slowly buying the beads to make up a thing like we've travelled to a market, which we have. So this is they're both basically the same. They're little black ones with little dots. Here we go, with the little hole in the middle, and I'll string them on my necklace. So they're really sweet, I think. They were £3 each, so £6 for 2 beads when they're handmade glass, and they're made 2 copies of originals. I don't mind at all. The linen, just to go back to that, was £10 a metre, and this was £10 a metre as well, I think, and that was £5. The next thing, oh no, the rest price. This was £40, because it's a big chunky beast of a thing. But mine, for some reason, I don't know why mine was so cheap, but mine was £9.30. Random price, I know, but there we go. And the cotton socks were 11 and the wool socks were 13. The spoon was 5, I think. I think it was 5. And my needles were £6, I believe. Yep, £6 for the 3 needles. The little book was £8, and these were £3 each. So you do the maths, because I can't. And the pins were 6 each, I think. I think they were 6 each. So yeah, not too bad. Right, next. Oh, and this yarn was 8. I think it was 8 a metre. I think it was 8, not 8 a metre, 8 a hank. So 8 a skein. Next we have a pair of mittens. My hands were so cold yesterday, and I didn't bring any gloves or anything. These are naalbinding or naalbinder, and they're handmade little mittens, so little fingerless gloves, I should say, more so than mittens. And they're in this lovely soft natural grey colour. And I wore them all day, all night, and my little fingers were very warm in them. And because they're sort of unbleached, they've just been spun, they smell of lanolin still, which is really cool. So my hands smelt of lanolin. I don't think they were any softer, but they did certainly smell nice. So they smell like sheep, happy sheep. And these were 18 for these handmade little naalbindings. And then last but definitely not least, was the most outrageous thing I bought, which is a tall Burgundian, Italian Burgundian hat. Now I did pay $60 for this, but this is from Sally Pointer. Oh, those, I don't remember where I got them from. It was a lovely little stall, and I think it was Molly Weaves, but I honestly don't know. So actually, no, I think Molly Weaves was the person selling the hanks of yarn. These guys, I wish I knew where you were, like what you were called, because you had some lovely stuff, including a hat that was black and white stripe, and oh my god, I loved it. Anyway, so I don't know where these came from, unfortunately, but this came from Sally Pointer. This was my last purchase, and it is one of those silly, look at the little diddly thing on the top. It's a little sort of squarey, roundy, spherical hat. It curves at the front. You wear it really high, perched on the top of your head, and it's made of this beautiful felted wool. And I'm pretty sure this is hand-dyed as well by Sally Pointer. She is freaking awesome, and if you ever want to get anything beautifully made from her, go to Sally Pointer. She's just phenomenal. So that's it. I did spend quite a bit. I could have spent a heck of a lot more. I mean, I would have loved to have bought 5 meters of that, but at 32 a meter, I couldn't justify that. And yeah, I could have gone crazy. We could have bought armor for G. We could have bought all this stuff, but we were as contained as we could be, and we got stuff that we were sort of focused on what we wanted to make this season or over the winter period until the new year. So that's it. It's a long one today. I hope you didn't mind it. I do love this. I'm going to wear it around the house. I might even wear it out, but it is quite silly. So I've got to be quite strong and powerful to be wearing it. But I will definitely be wearing these mittens, these fingerless gloves on a regular basis this winter, because my hands seem to be getting cold at the moment. Yeah, so there we go. I hope you enjoyed this little brief sojourn into my purchases, and until next time, love yourself, love your family and friends. Say I love you to a friend that you haven't said I love you to ever or in a long time. I love you, Mel. I love you, Amanda. I love you, Caroline. I love you, Elaine. And I love you, Jennifer. There we go. And until next time, what do I finish on? I think I'll finish on the cat. Have a lovely week, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye. 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 Bye bye.